What's happening, guys? Today we're looking at the new Samsung Galaxy Grand 2 Duos. Now this device is a revision to the Samsung Galaxy Grand, which was initially launched to make a smaller or a budget phone when compared to the Galaxy Note 2. The Galaxy Grand 2 also follows on those footsteps and is essentially a budget version of the Galaxy Note 3 in terms of looks, in terms of design, as well as in terms of some of the features it offers. Now inside the box of the Galaxy Grand 2, you get the standard set of Samsung things. So in-ear earphones with a gold-plated 3.5mm connector, an online microphone and a push button, and a bunch of additional ear tips, a quick start guide, the battery pack, which is a 2600 mAh battery, the USB cable, and the USB wall charger. Now if you talk about the design, the front of the Galaxy Grand as well as the back of the Galaxy Grand 2 sort of mimic the new Samsung Galaxy Note 3. On the back, you'll see the same pleather sort of plastic which mimics a leather back panel or a stitched leather back panel, but it's actually a softer version of the plastic. The back panel on the Grand 2, however, is slightly better in quality and design than the one we saw on the Note 3, surprisingly enough. If you talk about the hardware on the inside, we have a quad-core 1.2 GHz chipset. There's also 1.5 GB of RAM, 8 GB of storage, and 64 GB of micro SD card capability. However, we weren't happy with the storage, and we'll talk a little bit about that in some time. On the back is an 8-megapixel camera that does do 1080p video at 30 frames per second. You also have a stereo audio recording, and you have a 1.9-megapixel front-facing camera. The front of the Samsung Galaxy Grand features a 5.25-inch 1280 by 720p display, which gives it a total of 280 pixels per inch. The device does feature dual SIM capabilities and also has dual standby. It's powered by a 2600 mAh battery and also has a GPS and GLONASS for location tracking. Now the user interface is fairly minimal and you see a usual set of TouchWiz design. The Galaxy Grand 2 does feature Android 4.3 and it comes with the latest version of TouchWiz. No future updates for KitKat have been mentioned by the company and we don't expect them anytime soon either. The UI is fairly simplistic and you see the standard set of Samsung features, including some Samsung shortcuts and UI elements. Pull down from the top to get the notification panel. You also have a quick toggle bar to quickly launch and turn on and off Wi-Fi, GPS, sound, screen rotation, etc. You also get the Samsung Task Manager, which allows you to quit running applications and free up some RAM. Now in terms of performance, we did see the phone lag up a little bit, but in day-to-day use, it seemed to do just fine. Gaming could have been a lot better on this device. It did not fare nicely at all. In games like Grand Theft Auto, we saw a lot of pixelation, we saw a lot of stutter and lag, and it seems that the GPU is not very impressive on the Galaxy Grand 2. Games like Asphalt 8 did, however, run on the device just fine. Now, in terms of internet browsing and basic online usage, the device seems fairly impressive and the screen is vivid, bright, and has great viewing angles. It should come in handy as a good media consumption device. The battery life is also good and it should last you a full day's use, requiring charges only if you're an extreme user. If you do a lot of gaming and if you're going to be online a lot, you might require a second charge by the evening. The audio quality and the display is fairly fantastic, and hence watching videos and listening to music directly from the device will not be a disappointment. The included earphones are not that great and you may want to switch over to some of your own earphones or headphones to get a better audio quality. Now for a price of just 2000 rupees extra, you get the Samsung Galaxy Note 2, which is now available in the market for around 25,000 rupees. So about 2500 rupees in terms of the price difference, or about 50 odd US dollars. Gives you the Galaxy Note 2 with the added S Pen capability. You also get the new Android 4.3 on there right now. You'll get all the same features and add-ons, especially the fact that you get a 720p AMOLED display. One of the best phones in the price bracket, the Galaxy Note 2, is available for 25,000 bucks. Has more or less the same features, but has a Exynos chipset on the inside, which has a great GPU. So you'll be able to play a lot of games, and in terms of performance, that device really ranks up. You even root the Note 2 up and get a lot better features from there. The camera on the back is mostly similar, but you do get the added S Pen capabilities from the Note 2, which would be recommended if you want to get into that price segment. As far as benchmarks go, the Samsung Galaxy Grand 2 Duos scored upwards of 16,000 in Antutu, which is not the best score that we've seen, but is fairly impressive considering the range of products that Samsung offers in this price bracket. Only managed to score under that. But like mentioned earlier, the last generation of Note, or the Note 2, can actually get a better score on benchmarks as well. That's thanks to the more stable Exynos chipset. One big failure when it came to storage management was the fact that applications by default install onto the system memory and not onto the SD card, as seen with many other devices from manufacturers nowadays. This sort of limits the capability of a user to download heavy applications, including games, and we saw that our storage ran out by just downloading two big games like Asphalt 8 and GTA, and we weren't able to download more games or any more applications because our storage space had run out. So this could be a major limiting factor. The smartphone also does not allow installations to be transferred from the main device to the memory card. In doing so, it will only transfer the main file and not the additional files that are required for games. We were fairly impressed with the camera capability of the Galaxy Grand 2. It does take good pictures with the 8 megapixel camera at the back, and 1080p video is fairly smooth and does a decent job of capturing video even in low light conditions. Overall, Samsung has managed to give yet another budget version of their flagship device. However, at this time, it seems like the previous generation Galaxy Note 2 would come out as a clear winner over the Galaxy Grand. But if you are looking for something that does not require an S Pen or a stylus, the back cover does definitely give it a slightly more premium look, and the overall look and feel of the device is good. In terms of performance, in terms of capability, we could have seen something better. For a detailed review of the Galaxy Grand 2, visit iGyaan.in. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaanTV. For iGyaan Network, this has been Bharat.